If you truly want to be successful as a reseller, this has got to matter to you. This has got to be a major aspect of what you care about as a business. Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to talk about a very, very important aspect, something that will make you successful without a doubt. If you don't do this right, you won't be successful. You will be starting off from the wrong spot to begin with and will be fighting uphill from then on for the rest of your business career. Now, we're talking about your feedback, your reputation as a reseller. Now, there's far more people buying online right now than ever before. A lot of the people hopping online right now are doing it because of necessity. A lot of people don't trust buying stuff online. Very skeptical. One of the biggest things that they worry about is getting taken and seeing all these scams across the board. You can't hardly turn on the TV or internet or cable or whatever you happen to be watching without seeing tons of stuff on scammers out there. So a lot of the folks just hopping in now are very suspicious of folks online. The vast majority of those new folks are those holdouts right now, the folks that are just hopping on, as I said, due to necessity. If your feedback is bad and you don't care about your customer service by having dozens of negative feedbacks, 50, hundreds of them even in some cases, you're screwing yourself over right from the very start. Now, we buy a lot of stuff for Christmas for kids and family from online. Most of our purchases these days are almost exclusively online these days, across the board, for all types of things. And the one thing I always look at first is their feedback. Did they fulfill what they said? Did they ship the items out when they said they were? Were the items that were shipped correct? Were they identified and ID'd correctly? Was any issues that were with the items correctly shown and expressed in the listings themselves? Now, this goes for me as a YouTuber as well, too. If you want to follow somebody as a YouTuber, go check their store ratings. See what their feedback is. And if they have a whole bunch that says they never sent the item, was the wrong item, they canceled, all these other things, there are tons of YouTubers that have terrible feedback out there, but push it as they are the best business person out there. The feedback is the pulse of their store, the pulse of their business. Are they honest? Are people telling you don't ever buy from this person? Don't trust them as a YouTuber. Don't trust them as a reseller either. If their feedback's terrible on eBay, they're not a reseller. They're not a business person. They just want your money. That's a big difference here. My feedback's been top-notch for a very long time because I work darn hard at it. I realize that that is so important to my business, every aspect of my business. It shows who I am as a business, as a company, as an entity online. That is the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth most important aspect of you running your business. Taking care of your customers, whoever those customers are. Again, that goes to YouTube as well. Check whatever platform those people are selling on. If they sell on Etsy, check their Etsy feedback. If they sell on eBay, check their eBay feedback. Amazon, the same exact principle. I don't buy from people with bad feedback. I don't. Most people I know don't do it either because they've been taken before. Now, we buy things for our kids for Christmas, as I said, and have for years. Every single year, at least one scammer gets through to us and scams us over something. Now, thank goodness eBay has protected us from all of those aspects. But I'm telling you, it is so important right this second, this day and age, to have the best possible feedback. To show those potential buyers that you care about them immensely, that they are super important to you. They are the most important aspect of your business. If you don't take care of them, you start to get dings, you start to get negatives, neutrals, all saying similar issues. They're terrible, don't buy from them, mistakes, wrong item sent, didn't send all the items. Tried to open up a return, had to contact eBay to get a refund when my item didn't show up. That's one of the worst ones. Never responds to your messages. All of those are detrimental to your business. Whether it's me as a YouTuber, me as a reseller on Etsy, me as a reseller on Amazon, Hip, eBay, or wherever the case may be, my feedback is me. That shows what type of person I am, what type of business person I am. If I had bad feedback on eBay and I'm trying to tell everybody here I'm such a great business person, I'm not. I'm just trying to get your money. So look at it from the point of feedback being the most important aspect of you distinguishing yourself from everybody else out there. If you can't put a good front on to your personal buyers from you, again, you're not really a reseller. You're not really a business. You're just out there for money. I'm into this. I love what I do. This is for me. This is my type of business. But I understand the most important aspect. I've worked in retail. I've worked in brick and mortar when you're face to face with the customers. Knowing how to treat people is super, super, super important. And you not showing that ability, whether here or anywhere else, is just sad. It's not a business model that is productive. If you constantly have to close down stores because, again, you've got bad feedback, that's going to catch up to you. That could end your business before you ever started. Sending stuff out late, not sending them out, not adding tracking. These are all things that let a buyer know that you don't care about them. You only care about their pocketbook. And I'm telling you, from this point forward, as well as any time in the past, of course, but going forward, this is so much more important. As the last holdouts who didn't buy online start popping online, more and more of those folks are going to be more concerned about your feedback than ever before. How can you stand out against all the other folks selling? How do you compete against people selling the same exact item in flooded categories? If 20 people are selling the exact same thing, but 2 or 3 of them have 100% feedback for 10 years on eBay or however long they're on, and some of the other ones have 98, 97, 96% feedback, who do you think they are going to buy from? Plain and simple. So even if you have the best possible items online, you may not be getting the sales because, again, your feedback isn't good enough to warrant them shopping in your store. Again, if I see a whole bunch of people telling me this buyer's terrible, he doesn't ship, wrong item sent, cancels orders, never responds to emails after the product was purchased, I don't shop at that store. I move on very, very, very quickly. Not only that, I block them so future-wise, I don't even have to wonder if I should buy from them. A lot of people wonder why they don't get sales, and they do have bad feedback. There's also buyers that will remember your name and will never come back, even if you're in niches that they collect. I won't buy things that I really, really, truly want from people because of those feedbacks. I will just go without or wait till it shows up sometime in the future. Now, I've even spent more money to buy it from somebody who has better feedback. $10, $15, even $20 more extra just to make sure that that deal goes through, just to make sure that I'm going to get that item. It's my best option, my best opportunity to make sure that I'm safe. If one person has something for $100, somebody else has it for $85, but that person who's selling it for $85 has terrible feedback, I'm going to spend the extra $15 to get it. That's another reason why I do sell items for more than other people. Not just me, but there's tons of other people out there that sell things for far more than their competitors. They sell far more items than their competitors, or they sell far more in flooded categories than other people do because of those feedback issues. That's why feedback on reviews and things like that online can tank a business. That's why they're so important, because it means something. It's one of the key factors that a lot of people like me look for. Again, I've been scammed, so I'm not taking any chances anymore. It only takes a buyer to be scammed one time for them never to buy from somebody with bad feedback or not great feedback. Just once and they are done with it. That means that you won't get the opportunity, if you don't take care of your customers, to sell to them ever again. We've got a huge amount of people that come back to our store. Not just that, we got a huge amount of people that buy from us for the very first time because of that feedback rating. I've been 100 for quite some time. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to get a ding here and there, but it better have some explanation. You better go back in and say, hey, this happened. You better try to make it right from the very, very beginning, so hopefully it never gets to the negative feedback stage to begin with. I'm telling you, that's more important than anything else. That's the bedrock, the ground level of your store. That's just the bare bones minimum you have to do to take care of your buyers. I am passionate about trying to make sure those who buy from us enjoyed it. that they got the best results they can have, that their item was in the mail immediately. If I state a time frame, I ship within that time frame. If I state there's an issue with it, the issue's there. If I don't list an issue, there is no issue with that item. Now, I've had negatives. It's going to happen to everybody at some point. There's no way around it because you can't make everybody happy. But your goal is to make 99.99999% of those who buy from you as happy as you can humanly do. I'm not going to give away the house, though, but I do take care of them. If I made a mistake, I correct it. That may mean I give the item to them for free. I may offer them free shipping for a future item. I may give them a better break. I may give them a deal. I'll apologize without any doubt, without any hesitation, and I'll do that immediately. I'm not going to let the buyer wait for days before I respond to them. I'm not going to ignore the buyer because I don't know how to fix the issue. Again, feedback means so much to those buyers out there these days, far more than you will ever know. Many reasons why things won't sell, but this is one of the top ones out there right this second because of the vast amount of newbies, new folks buying online for the very first time, again, out of necessity. So look at that if you want to decide if someone's a true and honest business person. Whether it be me as a YouTuber, check my stores out if that's what it takes. If you want to know that someone's honest and they know their business, check their feedback. Any eBayer, any Etsyr, any Amazon seller, hip, or YouTuber, or TikToker, if they're telling you're the best and we've got the best information on this channel, but yet their feedback's horrid, they're not being honest with you. End of story. They're not taking care of their customers. They're only taking care of you, so you'll pay them money. Again, that's the basics for this. I don't just want someone's money here that I'm selling to. I want their understanding that I cared about them, that I packed their item correctly, that I sealed it right, that I took every effort to get that to them as quick as possible, as in best condition as possible, and that I was honest about what I listed in there. One thing I do see a lot of, too, is people will make false statements in titles just to sell the item. You're not doing your customer any benefit. You may get a few extra bucks out of it, but at the end of the day, that's all going to hurt you. You're going to start to get negative feedbacks, and they pile up. So be very cautious with your business. Treat it with respect. Treat your buyers with the utmost respect. Let them know that you sincerely, truthfully, and honestly care about their business. Not just that, but treat the items that they're buying from you, regardless of whether they're a $5 item, a $100 item, or a $1,000 item, the exact same way. Treat it as a rare treasure that means so much to you that you want to make sure that they feel the same way about it and they get it in tip-top shape as quickly as possible. If you can't get this right, you may not be in the right business. If you don't understand how important your buyers, your customers are, the fact that they could possibly return and buy hundreds, if not thousands of dollars from you, you're missing the biggest picture, the biggest aspect of being a reseller in the very beginning structure here. Stuff happens wherever you're at, but it's on you to make sure that you handle it correctly and make that customer as happy as humanly possible. If you get that spot right, that aspect of your business right, you should be good to go. You should be able to grow your business, get those customers coming in, and keep them coming back. The return customer is really what this is about. The acquisition of new customers is hard. The idea to get tons of new people coming in is a super hard ordeal for many people. To establish yourself as a respectable, honest, and sincere business can be very hard. You've got to understand your customer base. You've got to understand what means something to them. And feedback, man, is super, super, super important. I could never stress that enough. That's where it all starts. So check out the feedback before you buy from somebody. Check out feedback from other YouTubers and things like that. Check out how they treat their actual customers. If they have bad feedback on eBay or something, that's not really their customers. You are for buying their services or paying them to get onto a group or anything else like that. Nothing wrong with any of that. There's nothing wrong with having groups or paid services or anything else like that. But what's the foundation of their business? Is their business actually based on helping people who buy from them, or is it based on having people pay for their services? Again, those are two different things and they mean something. The bottom end is customer service, no matter what type of business you do, is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 in what matters in your business. But anyway, hopefully that gives you an idea, some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.